My last video was a really shimmer green smoky eye, so you should watch that.
I'm going King Kardashian on News. I swear it looks so fake in this lighting. I don't like it. Natural lighting, come back. Focused it around here. So, goodbye.
And today I'm going to do some sort of Valentine's Day look, even though there's 2 days left. Better late than never, eh?
Hey guys, look, I'm gonna lose natural lighting very quickly, but whatever. Today I'm gonna be doing a kind of like Valentine's Day tutorial. I know, like why would you need a tutorial to do Valentine's Day? There are a million others out there, but I don't know, it could be like a first date look if you don't want to do anything too special, if you want to impress him, but you don't want to be like, you don't want him to be like, whoa, cake face, I don't like you because you're fake. So you're gonna act like sweet and innocent, kind of like, I don't know, I reckon it's gonna be cute. Bix Plus to hydrate my face. I'm not gonna put a moisturizer. Just remember to apply lip balm before you start, so then you can wipe it off with your lips. Look really kissable. As you see, I have a bit of weird pigmentation in my eyelids, and I have some weird pigmentation here on my cheeks, and just some pimples and spots that I would like to cover up, and dark circles. And that's kind of mainly what you want to cover up. You don't really want to cover up your whole face to make it look like a full face foundation, just because that's not going to impress him. All he'll see is just legit cake on your face. That's the best way I can put it. You want it to look like second skin. When I'm having a good skin day, I still like to put on a really, really light BB cream just to change the finish of my skin. For primer, I'm using the L'Oreal Lumi Magique Base Primer. It's great for a dewy look. That's all I can say, really. Today for foundation, I'm using the Napoleon Sheer Genius Liquid Foundation. Now, I do not like this on its own, so I like using a BB cream. I know primer, BB cream, foundation, I know, but I find that it works best. And I'll be using the Dream Pure BB cream from Maybelline. I'm just going to use my fingers because I'm going to use a really, really tiny amount, because I don't want it looking cakey, because I'm going to layer on product. If you want a sheerer finish, I don't recommend you using something like this. This is a flat top brush, and this will just pack on the product and make it as full as coverage as it can get. I don't want that. If you want that, that's fine, but I'd rather you use something like a stippling brush, which stipples the foundation and distributes it a bit more sparsely. But today I'm going to be using this brush by Real Techniques. It looks like a powder brush, but it's the Duro Fiber face brush. I'm just going to be using this foundation, and it is in Light Look. Now, it looks even out pretty much, but I still have some spots and dark circles, so whatever I have left to cover, I'm just going to use the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. And mine is an NC30, just for anyone who was wondering. I'm doing this with a really light hand as well. It might look like I'm using a lot, but this stuff is really pigmented. And whatever rest I have, I'm just using to highlight. I'm blending it in with the Expert Face brush. I obviously have an obsession with colour tattoos. I've got so many. I've got pretty much all of them. I'm going to be using 3 today. You don't have to use any of them. I'm just using them because I like it. And because they give these are really pretty. I'm using the bronze one. This is the European version of the bronze one. It's called On and On Bronze, but I think I'm using the Inked in Pink because it's Valentine's Day. Thought I'd give it a pink twist like everyone else does. And also the Barely Branded, just as a highlight colour, because it's a really, really pretty colour. I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Primer Potion, the e.l.f. Eyelid Primer. Using the Inked in Pink on the first half of my eyelid, and I'm going to be using the bronze colour on the second half of my eyelid, blending them out together. And just for a little bit of a highlight on the inner corner and kind of in the inner lid, I'm going to be using the Barely Branded colour. To set in all the colours, I'm just going to use some eyeshadow. So this is the Almay Intense Eye palette in the trio for browns. I know this is an old one, but you could probably find a Naked 3 colour that's just like this one. It is a kind of rose gold colour, and I'm just going to place that on the inner half of the lid. I'm also going to bring it up above my crease just to open my eye a bit more. I'm not going to apply a little transition colour. I don't really need it. I'm trying to give a bit more of a glowy look than a defined look. On the outer half of the lid, I'm just going to use my MAC eyeshadow in All That Glitters, and it is shattered and I need to fix it. But yeah, it's really, really pretty. It's not going to change anything about the pigmentation of it, so that's alright. I bought this Chi Chi palette today, Nudes. It's basically like a legit dupe for the first Naked palette. And I'm just going to use the kind of Sin and Virgin colours together, and I'm just going to use that on the other highlight on the inner corner. You really want to make it look like your eyes are being opened up by this colour. And I'm also just going to use the Virgin colour as my highlight. I don't want that much eyeliner, but I will use a brown one. I'm just going to use it on my tight line and just at the bit at the end, just for some extra definition on the upper lash line, just a bit smudged out. I don't want it to fully take over my eyeshadow. And then on my waterline, once my tight line is set, I'm going to use this Models Prefer eyeliner in Nude Appeal, and I'm going to put that on my waterline because it's a really nice light shimmery colour. For mascara, I'm using the, I don't even know what it's called, Volume Max, Glamour Max. I don't really like this one, but it lengthens my eyelashes, but it just doesn't, like, it clumps a bit too much. If you wanted to look really natural, go with brown mascara. I think long lashes is really appealing, but not when it's so clumped up. And maybe you should brush through them if you think that they get too clumped up. I also feel like eyelashes make or break a look. But if you wanted to add accent lashes at the end, those are really fun and girly, so that's pretty. And for eyebrows, because you want your brow game to be strong, right? I reckon you should make them a bit softer than if you were about to go clubbing and you wanted to look really fierce or whatever they say. I'm using my e.l.f. Brow Kit in medium. I don't like the shape of my brows at the moment. They're so ugly. This brow wax from e.l.f. really reminds me of the new Anastasia brow pomade or whatever it is. Oh, sorry, that brow pomade stuff reminded me of this e.l.f. brow wax because it's kind of like the same concept. I'm not sure if it's the same texture, but you sure get a whole lot more product in that little container than this little pan. Okay, that's the best I'm going to get them without looking too drag. To set my eyebrows, I'm just going to be using the Essence Brow Gel. Man, this one is so watery. I have to like legit, I have to like put it on my hand like that, and look how much comes off it. Oh my god. And then after that I can then brush it through my brows. You lose so much product like that, but like it's just so watery. I don't know why I bought this. Okay, now I know why I bought it, because it was cheap and it was there. For my face highlight, I'm going to be using the Gale Meets Pearl by Benefit. This is a tiny version, but it's beautiful, beautiful, just an extra glow. And for blush, I'm using this cream blush by Savvy. It was actually $3 from Priceline, which was amazing because, look, it's a stick cream blush. And look how pretty it is. If you still want it, it's called Blissful Blush, but you'll probably find it there anyway. Also, for powder, I'm using the CoverGirl. For powder, I'm using the loose translucent powder from CoverGirl, just because in the summer I get really, really sweaty in my face and it starts shedding oil. So I like to powder it. I like this powder because it shows through the shine instead of mattifying everything. It has little iridescent bits to it. Okay, I broke the cap, but it's still a good powder. For me, I feel that when you apply the powder, that's when it starts to cake up. So really press it into your skin, make sure you still see the glowiness. Now you want to look kind of bronzed, but not too bronzed that he'll think, wow, Oompa Loompa. I'm just going to contour, but since it's a kind of a warmer toned bronzer, it's going to kind of look like it's been bronzed. My face has been bronzed. I'm sorry the lighting is terrible right now. I'm just using my Bourjois Delice de Soleil bronzer. I'm just going to use it to contour. And to add a blush, I'm using this Chi Chi. I don't know, I got this in the pack that came with the palette, and it is just a blush palette. I don't really know anything else about it. If you want to apply a little bit on your nose, and there you go. If you feel like the blush is too much, I'm just going to take my kabuki brush and kind of pat it in just to reset it all. Now for my lips, I'm just going to wipe off any excess lip balm. And because it's kind of a day out, you don't want to wear full on lipstick just in case, you know, you get a kiss. So I would recommend a lip stain. I'm going to be using this Revlon one, and it is kind of an older lip stain. It's called the Just Bitten lip stain. This one is in Passion, and I'm going to apply the balm first, really lightly, and then I'm going to apply the colour. And this will last on your lips for a couple of hours, and so that at least you have the little you have the pinkness on your lips. If you kiss them, then you'll still be able to have the nice pink lips without the awkward I got some lipstick on your teeth. If you want gloss, do it. This one's some random Chi one again, just on top. And there you go. Just to set it all in, I'm going to be using my MAC Fix Plus again. I feel this also kind of shears down the makeup, sets it in, makes sure it's not as powdery and a bit more glowy. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to give you a close-up now. And all in all, I've given you more open eyes, nice pouty lips, flushed cheeks, beautiful glowing skin, nice eyebrows, and he won't think you're wearing too much makeup, but at least he'll think that you're doing something to impress him. And if you're not going out with a guy, you're going out with your friends, you just want to dress up, it doesn't have to be Valentine's Day. It just can be anything, and you will look fabuloso. You look amazing, trust me. If you have more troubled skin, put more foundation on, put more concealer on, but just try to make it look like it's not there. And there are tons of videos that will help you with that.
Bye! And don't forget to like and subscribe.